A reading from the Gospel according to Luke. Now all the tax collectors and sinners were coming near to listen to him. And the Pharisees and the scribes were grumbling and saying, "This fellow welcomes sinners and eats with them." So he told them this parable. Which one of you, having 100 sheep and losing one of them, does not leave the 99 in the wilderness and go after the one that is lost until he finds it? When he has found it, he lays it on his shoulders and rejoices. And when he comes home, he calls together his friends and neighbors, saying to them, "Rejoice with me, for I have found my sheep that was lost." Just so, I tell you, there will be more joy in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous persons who need no repentance. Have you ever been lost? Maybe as a child you strayed a little too far from your parents and became separated. Maybe you were traveling somewhere and took a wrong turn and wound up somewhere unexpected. It's shocking to find yourself in strange surroundings. We have an immediate feeling of being alone, separate, and distant, as if wide gulfs separate us from what we know and love. Regardless of how old you are, a fleeting thought that you may never see home again races across your mind. Panic sets in, however momentarily, then finally a deep breath before we can capture our bearings and identify our situation. When in the busyness of our lives we lose sight of God and fall into sin, we can experience those same feelings of separation, distance, fear, and panic. We can even begin to feel hopeless and depressed, feeling as though we may never find our way back again. Christ tells us in the parable of the lost sheep that regardless of how lost we may be, He's always waiting for our return through the sacrament of reconciliation. Our homecoming is celebrated in this sacrament, not with shame, but with humble acknowledgement of our failings. We leave this encounter carried on Christ's shoulders, refocused on God with a heartfelt intention to do better, and once again our path in our sight. As we venture out into the world, Christ is always with us, supporting us, and if we stray, He's waiting with boundless forgiveness to welcome us into His arms once again. Mary was only 12 years old when she left a difficult home to live on the streets of the capital city. Sadly, she quickly fell into a worse situation and found herself selling her body for food and shelter. This terrible lifestyle took a toll on her mind, twisting her deeper into sin and despair, convincing herself that her activities were for her own pleasure and gratification, instead relying on begging in the streets to support herself. Truly lost, at the age of 29, she traveled to Jerusalem, not on a pilgrimage, but to take advantage of travelers and pilgrims. While in Jerusalem, she was drawn by large crowds leading to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Seeing so many pilgrims enter the church, she herself tried to enter but was stopped by an unseen force. A moment of clarity struck Mary, and she realized her sin was barring her entry. Praying for forgiveness in deep remorse, she vowed to change her life, and on her next attempt was able to enter the church. The next day, Mary visited a monastery and through the sacrament of reconciliation received absolution and the Holy Eucharist, after which she left the city and became a hermit in the desert, devoting herself to prayer and penance. She was canonized as Saint Mary of Egypt, patron saint of chastity and deliverance from demons. Mary's story is one of many that shows us that no matter how great the distance we've put between ourselves and God, Christ's love for us is so much greater. Unrelenting Love is a project developed and maintained by Catholic laity. Our goal is to joyfully share our faith with you and help you grow in your own faith. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel on YouTube, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and visit us at www.unrelentinglove.org to take part in our custom faith-sharing social platform and access more videos, reflections, and articles updated with new content regularly. Thank you for watching. God bless.